no need to lay. Yeah, gotta chase the bag, gotta chase the bag. Ain't no need to lay.
What's up? What's up, and welcome to Lunchtime in the Lab. Give me just a second. I feel like this didn't stream everywhere. Yeah, I don't think it did. What the heck? Yeah, YouTube still says waiting. Oh, now I see it on YouTube. Okay. Well, right, you got some people from YouTube, right? Somebody from YouTube say hi. Bandito said hi from Twitter, so I can see those comments. Is the sound not working? Oh, sound's working. Okay. I'm so confused. This is being kind of weird, but let's go ahead and get going. They're just coming in. It's just started really slow because normally I try to share it on Twitter and it didn't want to come up for me. All right, let me get out of YouTube. Here's this. Okay, couple quick things, real quick. First off, top of the hour. If you're watching on Twitter, live on Twitter, live on YouTube today. If you're watching on Twitter, come on over to YouTube live Monday through Friday, every day 11:30 on YouTube. Only live on Twitter every couple days or something like that. I've been doing. Today's been such a all over the place type of day. I don't even remember how well we did on Friday. Honestly, I'd have to go back and watch the video to know what the plays were. So I apologize for not knowing that off the top of my head. Baseball has been just like super up and down, but these pitcher props have been fantastic for me. Anytime I try to mess with WNBA or something like that, it's been super goofy. I got my Twitter handle pulled up here. This is my handle. I mean, really just everywhere at Live Joe Betts. DMs or anything like that outside of comments on YouTube. That's how you can, reach me and everything to that nature. I got son's home sick with me. He's been sleeping for a minute. In fact, I'm going to pull the camera up on my phone, make sure the dude's good. I'd be very surprised if he does not wake up in the middle of this. So I'll probably have to run and go get him, give him his bottle or something like that. Yeah, he's knocked out right now. I got his butt up in the air. He's dude's been sick, double ear infection. He's on this medicine that's making his diapers like horrendous. Like every diaper is like a blowout. It's disgusting. So anyhow, I think that's all I got. Just kind of housekeeping wise. If you're in the Discord, we hit ourselves a nice plus 1,300 or something like that in Canadian football. So that's of course always great to see. So let's go ahead and share the screen here. I'll tell you what, guys. Plenty of people in the comments. Appreciate it. Grinch, Josh, Tim, old Tom Cruise, Jerome, Marcus, as always. I'll be honest with you. Abilash, Chuck, Dottie, what's up, guys? Let me share my screen here. And then I called my wife because I called the doctor this morning. And like, hey, like, should I bring him in? Like, he's not feeling, very good or whatever. I text my wife. I'm like, can you call me? And she sounds terrible. My wife sounds terrible. And I'm getting my oldest, my 4-year-old, ready to go to daycare today, and he lets out this deep cough, and I'm like, man, we're gonna have a sickness going through it, So speaking of him, we went fishing for the first time this year. There's a pond in my neighborhood, just bluegill. Like, it's so easy to catch him, like it's stupid easy. But he just randomly, like, my wife was sleeping, he's like, can we go fishing? And I was like, yeah, dude. Like, the most random thing. So I mean, we went and caught 5, 6, 7 fish, something like that. Dude's a natural, not afraid to take it off the hook or nothing like that. It was a lot of fun. But let's get into it. My boy George, shout out George, is probably gonna watch us later. Wants to comment and say I talk too much. So shout out to George, who leaves me those comments. I will tell you right now. I really need Taylor Fritz to win a set. So that's why I have that pulled up. I won like $800 on that Canadian football bet yesterday, and I gave away like 200 of it messing around with freaking tennis overnight when I couldn't sleep. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There's 7 games on today, and honestly, I don't think they're very good. Today is one of those days, especially in the dog days of summer, where MLB is kind of all you have to bet on. You got some NBA Spring League, which I'm not even sure if I can bet on that. I can actually bet on it, but I don't even know like who's playing in it. Like as a mess. I mean, like save that for other people, I guess. Like I like to bet on the NBA, but I'm not as much of a diehard type fan where I know who's actually in these lineups or anything like that. But anyhow, there's stuff to bet on, but we're going into All-Star break here. So this is like the worst, like if ever Grinch, I can try to say something. If ever there's a time to be well, look, MLB is hard to bet on every day of the week, realistically. But the last week before All-Star break is generally horrendous. I mean, people are they're mentally checked out. They've been going on. They've been going. MLB is a long, drawn out type of season. If I'm not mistaken, let me actually pull it up. I think there's games up to Sunday. Um, the Diamondbacks don't have a day off until like Sunday. I was on Ryan Nelson yesterday, so I suppose that's the reason that I know that. The last game is Sunday, July 14th, and then they have there's like 5 days off with no baseball between the All-Star break and the home run derby, which I've hit the winner of the last 2 home run derbies, so we'll see how that goes. Anyway, we'll pull some stuff up here, but I'll tell you guys, like I am not in love with a lot of my options here. And some of this stuff is just like juiced, and I don't really like kind of have to like work around it kind of thing. Like I really like Miles Mikolas tonight. Over 17.5, but it's minus 150. Let's see if it's any better on FanDuel. Minus 140. I'm not about that, man. This Davis Daniel dude, I'm not even really familiar with him, but I don't think he's very good. We could take him to not get a win, which will probably be a nice little juice reducer for something down the road. But let's talk about, I guess, what I know that I like. Man, Fritz is not going to win this set. Hopefully, he can get the third set. I like Chris Flexen under 16.5 tonight. Let me see what it is on FanDuel. That's probably one of my favorite like straight plays. Honestly, there's 2 plays from this game that I like more than anything else. Minus 135 over here, minus 130. So it's better on DraftKings right now. Oops. But he's under this in 11 of 16 games. As you can see, he's obviously been pitching like actually halfway decent. And it's been against good teams. He went full 6 against Cleveland, went into the 6 against the Dodgers, went into the 6 against the Astros. The Astros, a team that hits, right-handed pitchers pretty well. I'm just a huge fan of this Twins team. And like, don't get it wrong. Y'all know I'm a Vikings fan, right? I am not a Minnesota Twins fan. I am not a Minnesota as a state fan. Like, I am a Vikings fan, and that's all I care about in Minnesota. I don't have an NBA team, to be completely honest. I would imagine I might be, if I was going to buy an NBA hat, I'd probably buy a Bulls hat, to be honest. And I'm a White Sox fan. So, I don't know what that says about me being a White Sox fan, because I mean, it's been since 2005 since we've won anything. But you look at the Twins in the last 30 days, they are number 1. They are the best hitting team to right-handed pitchers in all but one category. offensively. So they've got the best batting average in the last 30 days, the best on base percentage, the second best OPS, the best what is that? Batting average, balls in play, and the WRC, which is walks and runs created. So they are very good against right-handed pitching. Chris Flexen is not that good of a pitcher. He's obviously been better recently. Earned run wise, I mean, he's still giving up 3, 4. I mean, he's giving up plenty of runs even in these times that he is, kind of having those struggles or whatever. Also, let's see what the bullpen for the White Sox looks like. Chicago White Sox. Damn. A little torn up. Soroka's probably not available. Kopech. So you have 3 guys that threw the other day, but I mean, they do have a pretty deep bullpen, so they definitely have some guys available. Soroka probably isn't available. Marcus, yeah, I mean, today just sucks, guys. So no run first inning. I have a feeling Pete Alonso hits a home run because like he was just announced being in the home run derby, but like Mitch Keller's been pretty solid. If I had to I don't love that whole bullpen situation, but I do feel like the Twins hit right-handed pitchers just so well. And then let's see. Byron Buxton hit 778 against him. He's hit 2 home runs. Correa hits, 289 against them. Vasquez 250, Castro 250. So I mean, Kepler hasn't been good. Margot's been all right. Jeffers hasn't really hit him. Obviously, like it can be a bit of a crapshoot regardless when you're looking at, outs. We got an over 16.5 and under 16.5. You just normally see the White Sox and they're just getting torn up half the time. How's he at home? I mean, the dude has had 10 home starts and he's been under in 8 of them. Outside of the fact that all of a sudden he's pitched well. I don't know what his expected ERA is or anything like that, but the dude has been. Let me look on my app here. That has got the good. Oh shoot, I'm on way the wrong day. It's got the good splits on it. Oh, of course, I'm not going to show it. Flexing. So it's got a 5.08 ERA. I mean, he just went six innings against Cleveland away, but he still gave up 6 runs. I mean, the dude got killed. They just let him wear it. And I mean, in April, he had a 5 ERA, May of almost a 6, June of 4.3. July, he had a 4.5. So realistically, it's not like he's pitching better. Like he's just gone deeper. I do not love this bullpen situation that they've got. They've 61 pitches on Saturday. They threw 3 arms, but they still have some other guys available. As a straight, I like flexing under 16.5. My second best, without having to mess with any of this juice reducer stuff, would be and I think would probably be this Chris Paddock line. Although I think it's probably kind of sketchy. And for those of you that have been that have watched me enough, you tune in or whatever, that I don't like to bet on K props. And that just goes to show how much I don't like this slate in the fact that I'm considering betting on strikeout props. I want to see. That just moved to minus 120. That's just so inflated, it seems. Let's just talk about it again, though, real quick. Chris Paddock, over 3.5. He's not listed on FanDuel. He's not listed on a whole lot of on books. This is his first day back. He's been on a 15-day injured list. But he had he had been getting killed, beforehand, but strikeout wise, over 3.5 on the year. He's over this in 9 of 15. But the one time that he did face the White Sox this year, he struck them out 10 times. The White Sox struck out 10 times against them in his one time against them. We need just 4 to cash today. I feel like, first off, I feel like this line should probably be higher. I also feel like we could see like more juice on it. My son woke up. Let's see what he's going to do. Let's see something. Right-handed pitching versus a righty. Oops. Hitter versus a righty. Strikeouts. The White Sox have struck out the seventh most against right-handed pitcher. Man, the Mariners are so bad. So that's, like I said, we're just going to kind of quickly go through a couple of these things. But that's why I like Paddock. You can see, and then away, I mean, he hasn't been great away. Damn it. See, they're not showing anything because he's not listed. He's not listed as the true starter yet. What else did I like? Oh, yeah. So Abbott. Right, 5.5. Yeah. So like it just sucks. Like Abbott's only over this in 5 of 17, but he's going against the Rockies, who against a right-handed pitcher in the last 30 days has struck out the second most, and well, what is that? Second most and third most walk. Well, I guess most importantly, it's the second most walks. On the year, they're striking out the third most. Like they're not good against right-handed pitching. Today sucks, guys. First off, anybody in chat, if you guys have a play that you love, like let me hear it, because like I'm in a spot where it's like, man, we're being careful today. Like Discord wise, today's the kind of day where I don't know if I feel comfortable laying full units on anything. It's just not a very good day. I thought about something with Chris Sale. The Diamondbacks hit lefties pretty well. Let's go back to this. Where's he at? But like, there's a decent amount of juice. I was kind of thinking over 1.5 earned runs, but then I was looking, like him to throw under. They're decent against walks. As you can see, guys, like this is like when you have when you see my thumbnail for YouTube be my logo, that means that I don't have enough plays to be able to know who I want to be my thumbnail player of the day. So if I was really big on a certain pitcher, I'd have that person or a hitter from that team or something like that. This time around, it was just my logo or whatever. Chris Sale over 6.5 Ks. Yeah, it's not bad. Or I mean, like graph wise, it's not bad. So like this is the kind of stuff I want to bet on. Last 30 days against a lefty, they're striking out the 17th most on the year, not a whole lot. They've got Marte, 16% strikeout, 25. But then once again though, like everything on this slate is like a minus 150. Everything like a lot of pitcher props that I would like to bet on, they're sitting at a minus 150, minus 145. Where's his K's at? Minus 155. Even whoever the hell, the Diamondbacks, this rookie, minus 150 for his K's. Like everything is like almost not playable. Like look at everything that I have clicked on over here. Like Abbott's K is over 5.5 because he's going against the Rockies, who are strike out a ton. Minus 140. Chris Sale to give up 2 runs. He's going against a team that hits lefties really well. Minus 145. Chris Paddock is now ballooned up to minus 150 for his strikeouts, but it's still sitting okay over here on FanDuel. Minus 150. Chris Flexen, minus 130. It's okay. Miles Mikolas, minus 150 for his outs, where the bullpen is not terrible, but like they're banged up too. Kyle Gibson has not been it for outs recently. I mean, they don't have a whole lot of guys available. I think Mikolas goes pretty deep in this game, to be completely honest. Minus 150. A lot of stuff is just not great today. Like the odds are shit today. Corey Seager over 1.5 total bases seems solid. Dude just had 2+ bases in 8 of his last 10 games. Like I forget who I was talking to. Oh boy needs to win this set or he's in trouble. I forget who I was talking to, but like every time I take a pit like a batter, the dude like I was on Devers the other day. He struck out like 4 times. Like he had been on a great streak, struck out 4 times, and he hit like 2 home runs the next day. Like MLB is a pretty difficult sport to bet on. It's not for the faint of heart kind of thing, and I wouldn't say I'm great at it. Like I'm good at it. It's no football, that's for sure. So I do what works, and what's working is out props. Out props have been fantastic for me. Like we hit on on Saturday, I hit on Drew Thorpe, that the White Sox rookie. I hit on somebody else, and I don't remember who it was, but somebody like off the beaten path. I was on Cutter Crawford against the Yankees yesterday. Dude, I mean, looked like he could have went the full game. That cashed easily. I was on Ryan Nelson, who's been horrendous. That cashed easily. Like out props have been very, very beneficial. I was on the Dodgers yesterday. Against Dallas, the worst pitcher in the league, and the Dodgers couldn't do anything. The Dodgers walked 5 times, and they couldn't get a run. Reds money line flex and no win. Yeah, Reds should probably win this game. Money line wise, I feel like the Pirates have the advantage. I mean, Keller is certainly a better pitcher over, Scott. Scott, the rookie came down. Let me go give my son a bottle. I'll be right back. Give me like 30 seconds. All right. This poor kid's so sick. Like he wakes up from his nap and he's just like covered in snot. Yeah, the vibes. Okay. Today in the Discord is definitely one of those days where I'm probably just going to use boosts and just go with like, these are my leans kind of thing. What was I just thinking? I was going to say something. I feel that I just don't like the bet on K props. Sorry, I didn't realize I wasn't showing you my screen. I was putting this together. What's Abbott over here? Or not Abbott, Mikolas. About the same. I mean, he's been good. He's over 17 and a half and 11 of 18 starts away. He's over this in what's that, 6 straight now. He missed against the Mets, who, I mean, in April, they weren't hitting as good as they weren't the same Mets team as they are right now. He missed against Arizona, and the Dodgers, all of which are teams that you would think would be pretty good teams. He's also went over against Milwaukee, went over against Philly, he went over against Houston. So those are all, and the Padres, all pretty good offensive teams. The Padres are one of the best right-hand pitch hitting teams. The Astros are one of the best right-handed hitting teams. Going against Washington, who, on the year, 13th best batting average to righties. Recently the 8th best. So I mean, they're not a bad team. Abrams is out, I'm pretty sure, so we don't have to worry about that. So, Winker hits pretty good against them, 384. Lane hasn't been good. Ramirez hasn't been good. What's that? Keibert Ruiz has not got a hit against them. And the bullpen is torn up. They got a deep red. They got a guy in the 50s. They got 3 guys in the 40s in the last 3 days. And, they threw 3 of those guys through just recently. Liberatore is not probably available. Gallegos isn't available. Roycroft's not. Fernandez isn't. King maybe. Halsey just threw 27 on Friday, so he should be available. Like, their bullpen's kind of beat up. So I think, and the Nationals aren't no crazy hitting offensive team. I mean, James Woods is pretty good. I think Miles Mikolas is a good look. So if we're gonna run, I think we ran just 2 plays on Friday. Maybe that's why I can't remember, because it was a goofy, kind of one of those goofy days. I think Miles Mikolas over his outs plus Chris Flexen to not get a win. The Twins are, solid offensive team. I think they should do a pretty good job, beating up on them. Wanted to see something here. I mean, the White Sox are 40 games under 500. I mean, the Twins just won 2 of 3 against the Astros. The White Sox just lost 2 of 3 against the Marlins. The Twins are definitely the better hitting team. They should beat up on Flexen. Has Flexen faced them this year? I can't remember. Yeah, so he only went 15 against them. They won 10-5 in that game. Earned run wise, he gave up 2 runs, but could have been more. And then let's see, and then Flexen under 16 and a half. It is certainly scary. So we got plus 103 if we did Mikolas over 17 and a half, Flexen under, or to not get a win. And then we ran with Flexen under his outs, because I think the Twins are going to beat him up. And then it's, like I said, it's scary because if Flexen comes out here and then pitches really well, we obviously could be in some trouble. He ends up getting a win, ends up going over. We're going to lose both our plays. We're going to lose both, what's that, 2.3 units essentially. But I don't really have a third play. I don't think. Like I said, I think Chris Paddock goes over 3.5 strikeouts. It's at minus 150. I think that's a pretty good look. I think the Pirates win this game. Mitch Keller is a better, the Mets have the better offense, but the Pirates have the better pitcher. I think Abbott's strikeouts is probably a pretty good look. it's just a big number, and it's not something you see him go over a lot. I think Chris Sale's strikeouts, as somebody had said in the chat, Tay up here. Juiced though, over 6.5. So there's some good spots, but like this slate is also like garbage. Dubin. Oh, that's right. Yeah. Marcus. I remember Dubin and him. Let me go grab my son just a second, and then we'll look at this home run. Why don't you finish it? It's got your. You're gonna have to drink it all, dude. It's got your medicine in it. Okay, yeah. Today's just one of those days. You want to say hi? Your hair's looking all kinds of a mess. Oh, look, that's you. That's you. You're not even looking at the screen right here. What's up? Okay. You want your bottle now? I think that's all I have for just a gross day. And like I said, we have to be careful with like the All-Star break coming up. That normally like it's kind of weird. It's normally kind of weird when you when there's an All-Star break coming up, He's smiling at me. Let's see, and then home run. Let's see. Trying to figure out how I can show you guys because I posted it already. I posted it on Twitter already. I'm sure you guys seen it. Here, I'll just pull up Discord. Yeah, there you go. Pete Alonso. Shoot, I'll just do it on here so you guys can see like the new odds. I can just redo it. I know, bug. We're almost done. Plus 12, 440. I don't know if there's any like boosts out there that can work for it or anything. A lot of the boosts today, I think, were same game parlays. Actually, there's one on DraftKings, but I'll probably mess with Tigers pitcher. Who the Tigers playing? Oh, Montero? Who is that? What are you trying to grab? You won't eat your bottle. Both of those pitchers suck. Chuck. Gavin Williams, 5 earned runs in his one start against the White Sox. And then this dude's... Yeah, I don't know if I trust that, to be honest. Also, like this Daniel guy, this Daniel dude is probably not a bad look for it, but I mean, the Rangers can be weird. He's a 390, so I mean, depending on what you guys feel for the no win. But anyway, got Pete Alonso, Ellie De La Cruz, and Byron Buxton. I think I'd mentioned already, Byron Buxton's batting like 800 against Flexen in his career. And he's got 2 home runs in his career against them, hits them really well, sees the ball really well. The White Sox actually have a positive, increase in home runs today due to like weather or whatever, winds blowing out well. Ellie De La Cruz, first off, Ryan Feltner. Yeah. Ryan Feltner gives up the most hits in the league. Over 5.5. But do we trust the Reds? Anyway, it's in Cincinnati, is the smallest ballpark in the league. I mean, it's inducive to home runs. Feltner gives up a lot of hits. Ellie De La Cruz obviously is a solid dude. Okay, I'm back. He unplugged my stuff. And then Pete Alonso, because he just was announced that he's doing the home run derby, and he like really cares about it. So who knows? Like maybe he'll go and hit himself a home run. Guys, I think I just found a play? I mean, all these guys have hit Feltner really well. Is it Feltner? Is there an L? Yeah, Feltner. All these guys have hit him really well. I mean, not a ton, obviously, but I mean, Stevenson is 1 for 2. Wins is 2 for 3. Candelario's a 500, 3 for 6. Ellie's 1 for 3. India 1 for 2. Benson 2 for 2. Fraley 1 for 2. Steer 1 for 3. Over 5.5 hits. He's given this up in 4 straight games. I believe we were on this pretty recently too. Away 5 of 9. So obviously he, gets hit a little more often, probably in Colorado, as we know how that stadium is. The Reds versus a right-handed pitcher. That's the thing though. Like, can we trust the Reds to hit him? In the last 30 days, they're the second worst batting average. Let me try to see. Okay. I want to see how many hits they had like in their last game is what I was trying to look at. Are you clapping? Mm-hmm. Oh, okay. So they went against Scooble. So let's not look at that because obviously he's awesome. You seem like you're acting just fine, dude. They had 6 hits against it was a bullpen game, but they had 6 hits against the Tigers. I think we probably just do it. Their bullpen's, pretty healthy. So like if he did get in trouble, like they would maybe pull him early. But I mean, he's got an outs line set to 15.5. So I mean, we're gonna have to get it done. That's low too. This whole freaking slate is messed up, man. Why is that so low? Because that's all he normally does. But then, like, on the reverse side, it's like, okay, well, his outs at 15.5. I know, bud. I know. Hey, I know. His outs at over 15.5 doesn't seem like it's a bad play because the Reds really aren't that good of a team, but he also gives up a lot of hits. I mean, away from home, he's over this in 6 of 9. But anyway, let's just do the 2 plays for now. This kid, like, he's starting to make me sweat. I'm like over here like wrestling him and trying to keep him still. So use that information as you will. Maybe I'll come with something in on the Discord. We're gonna do the Miles Mikolas over 17.5 outs, and then Chris Flexen did not get a win. And then I also like Chris Flexen under 16.5 outs. I think there's something with Ryan Feltner, whether or not it's but you have to decide, are you going to fade him and take his hits, or are you going to go with his outs? It's scary. The books think that he's likely going to go under 15.5. which is obviously 5 innings, which means they have to average more than 1 hit an inning to cash that bet. So that's what I have to kind of fight through. But I got to get this kid to eat and everything like that. We've already been talking for a minute. So that's what we're going to do. Those are going to be the 2 plays just for now, just two plays. And then I'll be back tomorrow. And unless he's, unless he's going to go back to the doctor and it's at this time or something like that. But 9 times out of 10, I find a way to, figure it out or whatever, So appreciate you guys. I was going to say like going to end it early, but I mean, today it's not a lot of like talking about plays, trying to figure out plays with me, so you can see the process and it's not always the easiest, but appreciate you guys. Hey, why are you trying to yell over me? And I will see you guys back tomorrow. Let me find my button. You want to say bye, Eli? All right. I'll see you guys back tomorrow.